but I haven't spoken directly because I don't know what to say.
Yet I haven't spoken straightforwardly on the grounds that I don't have any idea what to say may not be the first to say it. Most certainly not going to be the last yet. The entire Diddy circumstance. Right, you all understand that this is very much like the first of thousands. Anybody understand that Ellen's liberal has been genuine calm of late. I simply needed to express the beyond 11 days have been truly extreme for everybody. Except to respect Jerk, I figure everything thing that we can manage is to chuckle you all, assuming this is valid Hollywood, has ended up being a debilitated and miserable spot. The Gossip Factory is humming for certain wild cases about how Ellen DeGeneres possibly set up her dear companions, which claims recommended all rotated around film of Ellen, supposedly going to Diddy's scandalous get-togethers. Currently, we're not discussing the easygoing appearances. Apparently had an unparalleled view at these gatherings. The plot even thickens more when you consider what else could have been happening away from plain view. Assuming Ellen was scouring elbows at these occasions, who understands what she would have seen? There's even discussion about an alleged undertaking among Diddy and Jerk. Stoking the fire, it's difficult to disregard this example that is by all accounts arising here. For what reason do such countless people and Diddy's in circle meet comparable closures with Jerk's unexpected passing? There's a ton of hypothesis that he might have had information about Ellen and Diddy's exercises, prompting his lamentable destiny. There's an insane shivered Hollywood web that should be unwound. So how about we separate this? They checked around Jerk and Allison's home, searching for any signs. The emergency call from the inn had come in only not long after Allison had reached the police. Ellen DeGeneres is the furthest down the line individual to be attached to Diddy's wreck, and it appears as though her case may be the nastiest and generally harming one. Yet Diddy and Ellen have had an involved acquaintance that track is back numerous years. Yet it goes past kinship alone, in light of the fact that new reports are that she has supposedly been a successive face at Diddy's gatherings, including his supposed oddity offs. If you all have been focusing, and you presumably saw that Ellen once goofed when she was conversing with Diddy on her show, and she conceded that she had been available at a portion of Diddy's freakiest and shadiest gatherings. You know, the kind of gatherings that you unquestionably don't believe the police should be aware of, and the ones that the roads have been murmuring on. So enlighten me regarding your birthday celebration. Am I welcomed? Yes, you're certainly welcomed. I welcome you to every one of my gatherings. You haven't appeared to make an appearance to know well. There is it on the East Coast? Yes, well, that is the reason. How about you have one here on the West Coast? 'Cause I work constantly. Oh, well. May perhaps I have one at your home. Where's it now? What time would your party start? Suppose like 9:30. Actually, that early. Definitely, I could make that well. Ellen played it off with a snicker. And despite the fact that we didn't know much at the time, we know now that there was another side to their companionship, substantially more to it than met the eye. And in the event that there wasn't dubious enough, there's the way that Ellen had been acting sus over Diddy being captured. There's this viral paparazzi film that has been getting out and about via virtual entertainment. And you all, when I let you know that Ellen was moving bizarre, as if the paparazzi surprised Ellen, and they went and they barbecued her about those tales twirling around Diddy. And let me let you know, she looks shook. Individuals were scratching their heads, asking why Ellen went into alarm mode at the mere notice of Diddy's name. The journalist played it hard. He straight up inquired as to whether she was surprised by the charges against Diddy, and that the federal authorities struck him, and Ellen went into alarm mode. Ellen, were you surprised by the claims about P. Diddy? Did that unexpected you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show ordinarily, a decent night. Have you been to his gatherings yet? As per reports, Ellen was a steady face at Diddy's gatherings, not the ones that anyone would own up to. On the off chance that you get my meaning, in a meeting, Diddy poked a fun at a mystery part that occurred nighttime, and Ellen quickly bounced onto the joke. Think about you of beginning a party at like 12 p.m. Like, what time will it go till that? is an alternate kind of party. However, no, it'll go from like 9:30 to like perhaps 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And afterward you realize we have the main 2 stories of the lodging. And afterward it will carry on there, definitely, no doubt, MH. Then no, I mean the get-together, no, I am familiar with them, I'll pay attention to the music, I've heard that tune after party, now in the event. That there was one thing you all ought to realize about fans, is that there is a ton of wannabe FBI specialists around here, including me, and fans have been doing a ton of profound diving into Diddy and Ellen's companionship. And listen when I tell you all that they are recovering some genuinely delicious stuff. Let me let you know the tea is channeling, yet one thing that they recovered here was that there were a ton of similitudes among Diddy and Ellen, like how they were demonstrated to not be the very extraordinary, incredible individuals they claim to be in open. I mean, sure, Ellen isn't having to deal with any government penalties, like Diddy, yet she was blamed, and furthermore marked as one for the meanest ladies in Hollywood. Diddy Ellen had an extensive rundown of allegations against her, like being unkind to her better half and her colleagues on The Ellen Show. She has additionally been hit for certain harming claims throughout the years, from reports of abusing her staff to murmurs regarding her controlling ways of behaving towards Portia. It's been insane. Everything began for certain obscure bits of hearsay going ver about how she was brutal to individuals that worked for her on The Ellen Show, and previous staff individuals who were quite glad to oppose her and uncover her, and you all the things that they needed to say, didn't agree with this bright daylight appearance that she got a kick out of the chance to claim to have when the cameras were removing great things went left in 2016. When Kathy Griffin spilled some significant tea about Ellen in her diary. However, she didn't name-drop Ellen. The hints were basically as unmistakable short light hair, and a standing for being great, not exactly charming. It didn't take a virtuoso to draw an obvious conclusion. Their quarrel follows as far as possible back to 2007, when Ellen tossed some shade at Kathy in her discourse, leaving a harsh desire for Kathy's mouth. As individual humorists, Kathy expected some fortitude, not sarcasm, while talking about her experience. Kathy said, "I'm clearly not her favorite thing in the world, but rather I believe she's incredible. I am not a satire stiff-neck. I'm obscene yet. I believe perfect they're sing comics and prop entertainers and effective humorists and observational comics. I'm blissful at whatever point a female, particularly a female more than 50, is still in the game." In one more meeting, she said, "I had referenced on your show that I wish that ladies would uphold each other, more specifically really compelling ladies." I communicated that to her, and she was as I don't must have anyone on my show I could do without. Well, after Kathy approached it, was like individuals couldn't quit discussing Ellen, and what she is truly similar to in the background. Individuals began to pass on her past meetings where she appeared to be truly mean back in 2008.